Shautsova. I'm an immigration attorney from Brooklyn, New York. In today's video, I would like to share with you the most recent immigration news regarding, first, what Biden stated about the immigration reform, what USCIS stated about delays, and some other updates regarding the most recently adopted rules, regulations, decisions, and so on. So thank you very much for joining me today, and let's start with the happiest news that I received today, that on Friday, January 8th, President-elect Biden stated that immigration reform is going to be his priority, and he's going to introduce a bill immediately upon assuming the office. So it's very, very important. He didn't provide any details as to what exactly the bill is going to be about, but I certainly hope that he's going to fulfill his promise, as he mentioned before, to reform certain aspects of United States immigration law, starting with DACA, TPS, a deportation situation. He did mention today that he is going to also focus on investigation into children separation policy that was taking place during the Trump administration. And he said that he's going to make sure that those responsible for the separation of the children at the border are going to be held liable. It's very, very important. So this is the most important news. I hope that we're all going to see some positive progress in the area of immigration reform very, very shortly. Now, it's not so happy news is that DHS, USCIS just published H1B wage related rule opposed to lottery, meaning that from now on, and we're talking about the incoming H1B season starting April 1st, 2021. If this rule is not going to be changed or blocked somehow, when applicants are filing the applications for H1B, the petitions, let's say employers are filing petitions for the H1B workers, it's no longer going to be the lottery that's going to determine the outcome of the selection, but the wage, as to how much money this or that employer can pay for this or that applicant. Well, I think it's a very unfair rule because it's going to exclude small and medium-sized employers from competing in the H1B market. And of course, I hope that it will be blocked, changed, stopped, abolished. But this is the rule that's going into effect shortly. Very important. Another important change or addition to the Trump administration practices is that unaccompanied children, or rather their status as unaccompanied minors, is going to be reviewed every time DHS works on a kid's file, every time there is an encounter. It's very important because under current immigration laws, if a child is designated as an unaccompanied minor, he or she enjoys special protections under the current laws. For example, 1-year deadline rules are different for the unaccompanied minors. The way they can apply for asylum is different. And if that protection is going to be taken away from them, of course, it's going to affect kids to be able to apply for the United States immigration status in the United States. So that's something that Biden's administration hopefully is going to address shortly after they assume the office as well. And finally, very short update regarding an important decision from the Board of Immigration Appeals. It concerns fraudulent documents and how a judge may determine that a document is fraudulent. According to the most recent Board of Immigration Appeals decision, a judge does not need to have an expertise on expert testimony to determine if the document is fraudulent, if there is evidence of fraud that are on the face of the documents. I have to say I have some problems with this decision just because obviously the judge will have to use his or her common sense and prior knowledge of how this or that document may look from this or that country to determine if the document is fraudulent. And usually there is a concept in the law stating that An immigration judge cannot use his prior or her prior knowledge judging this fresh case, particular case. So we're going to see what's going to happen with that particular area, but I'm going to tell you that this decision has a drastic effect on many immigration cases. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, share and like this video, and I hope to see you soon with more good news.